not too bad of a day for it, so let's go flying again, shall we? Do another leg of our South Fiordland tour. With this leg, if we followed the valley down, turned left, we could then fly up Doubtful Sound, and our destination is almost at sea level too. That probably is the easiest way of getting there, really. And if you set the cruise altitude to 10 feet, then you would most likely be totally fine for the entire journey. Now, if we had bad weather, then we would have been doing that today ourselves. But it seemed quite nice. I thought we could go up and over the mountains, and that should give us some nice views on the way, which will be nice. Yeah, something nice to look at. Unlike my football team England in the World Cup yesterday. Yeah, that was enough to put you to sleep. Although, talking of sport, this week a question did pop into my head. Now, as a child, over here you kick a football around, you might get a cricket bat and have a game of that, maybe a few other sports too. Then in other countries, the popularity of various sports is different, so children there might be more likely to have a game of rugby or baseball or whatever it may be. And various stars do draw children to one discipline over another, trying to emulate their hero Mohamed Salah or Dan Carter or Jonathan Thurston or whoever it may be. Yes, some kids just mess around with that with their mates. Some enjoy a sport enough to join a team, and a few of those might then go on to perform at the very highest level in their chosen sport, and all because of the exposure to it when they were young. Which set me thinking, what child wakes up, sits on the edge of their bed and thinks to themselves, I want to be a pole vaulter? Seriously, even if that did happen somewhere, where do you even go with that thought? I don't recall ever seeing loads of pole vaulting clubs where you can pop along and have a go. And I could be wrong here, but at this time of year when children are writing out their Christmas wish list, I have my doubts that many of those lists are going to include a 5-metre long flexible carbon fibre tube. Oh, and a massive foam mat to land on as well, please. So where do pole vaulters come from? But anyway, we're nearly here, so forget that. The express deliveries paperwork says it's Snug Cove where you need to head for next. The winner is Dr. Williams, who has a small clinic there, and asked if we could drop off his prize at the clinic. The place has a reasonably good runway for patients to fly in and out, so we told him that would be no problem for us to make the delivery there. And it's correct, it is a reasonable runway, although there is a slight V shape to it. The first quarter, maybe a third of it will be going downhill from this end as we're looking, then it changes to uphill for the rest. So it's actually best to land a little bit long here and miss the bottom of the V. So you're landing just on the straight uphill section then, which is plenty long enough to stop, so that's all nice and easy. Yeah, if you do that, then shouldn't be a problem landing here at all. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it's alright, not too bad. Yeah, I've certainly had worse landings anyway. We'll make the most of this being a nice and easy one, because the next leg on this tour, that certainly isn't. That's for the next video. We'll worry about that when that happens. So, welcome to Snug Cove. With this first route on the express deliveries, there is always a helipad at all of the places. This one here, which is quite an easy one actually. Yeah, it's not just the runway. Not too many problems if you're flying a helicopter too. And this is our clinic, and I presume that's Dr. Williams. Hey Doc, good news! That field wear competition, you've won a prize!